This is the plaintiff, Jennifer Rogers. She says she was walking her 7-pound Yorkie Lola one day when she was pushed to the ground from behind by the defendant's vicious German Shepherd, who then attacked her poor little dog. The vet had her in surgery for 6 hours, but nothing could be done to save her, and she took her last breath on the operating table. She's devastated. The defendant won't give her the time of day, and she has no other choice but to sue for the $4,028.50 she's owed. This is the defendant, Marlon Maloney. He says he's really blind as to what happened. He never heard anything from the plaintiff. No one knocked on his door. The cops never contacted him. Then all of a sudden he gets a summons in the mail. The only thing he does know is his dog did not get out of his house. He's accused of losing control.
The judge is asking that you remove. Is that cool? All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's German Shepherd fatally attacked her 7-pound dog Lola. But the defendant says there's no proof his dog did the deed. It's the case of whatever Lola wants, Lola doesn't get.
Okay, Mr. Maloney, thank you for taking the hat off. We have it's sort of an etiquette thing in court because it's sort of impolite. I'm sure you didn't mean any disrespect. All right, Ms. Rogers, you are suing Marlon Malone. Is it Malone or Maloney?
Maloney.
Maloney for $4,028.50 in damages that you say you have sustained as a result of his Rottweiler coming out and attacking and mauling your dog.
Yes.
All right, tell me what you say happened.
Okay, on Wednesday, November the 17th, I was walking my 7-pound Yorkie. She's a Yorkie Chihuahua mix. I have pictures here for you. Walking her down my block. I had actually been in the hospital the week prior, diagnosed with a stress ulcer. So the dog was in the home. I had friends walking her. So it was kind of my first day out. Wanted to take her for a long walk.
How long had you been in the hospital?
About 4 days. Again, just friends were coming over and walking her. It was the first time I was actually out with her. It was a nice day. Decided to go for a walk on my block. Got to the end of my first block, and we were walking normally. I got knocked down from behind.
Was the dog on a leash?
The dog was not on a leash. There was the home that this happened in front of was a 2-family home. The door was wide open. The gate was wide open. The dog came running out.
No, was your dog on a leash?
I'm sorry, my dog was on a leash, yes.
Okay, do you have pictures of your dog?
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
So I got knocked down. I kind of was disoriented. I think I hit my head on the gate that was there. When I came to and looked up, my dog was actually sidewards in the dog's mouth, and he was shaking back and forth. The dog.
Could you tell what kind of dog it was?
It seemed to be a German Shepherd.
Okay.
A guy who I know from the neighborhood was at the house, came running out. My dog didn't do anything. He didn't do anything, and shooed the dog back inside of his house.
Okay, and who is that guy?
It's just I believe to be the owner of the dog. He was...
Okay, is that him?
That's not him.
That's not him?
No.
Okay, and who, do you know the name of the guy?
He lives in the home. He kind of just is always out in front of this house. Typically, he's drunk, or I'm not sure if he has a mental illness. I am a psychiatric social worker, so just...
Do you know his name?
I don't know his name. I just know him from being there in front of that particular house. So, I just kind of the scene on the street, some people started to gather and flag down a police officer who was driving by. They happened to be the mounted police, and they were actually on their way to go get their horses, and said, you know, we're animal lovers, just don't worry about this guy, we'll deal with it later, let's care for your dog, we'll take you to your vet. Just out of the blue, brought me straight to the vet. Handed over my dog. At first sight, it looked to be puncture wounds, and it looked to be superficial. 6 hours in surgery. I was under the impression, the doctor had come out several times, I wouldn't leave the veterinary office. Over the course of the time, he told me the dog was going to need more extensive surgery, that the wounds were too deep, it was too severe, the injury, to continue to care for her at that site. It's just a mom and pop veterinary office. So he wanted to transfer her to the surgery, the veterinary hospital. And he told me they were going to do that around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Well, at 6 o'clock, he called me in the back room and told me, as he was calling the doctor at the next hospital to give the clinical information, the dog actually took her last breath on the table.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
So then what did you do?
The very next day, I went to the emergency room and got checked out because I hit my head. As I said, I don't know if I lost consciousness or what happened. It happened so fast. I had bruises down my leg. I was in the emergency room after the dog knocked me down. And then after that, I ended up back in the hospital for the stress ulcer. It aggravated everything back again.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
I don't even know what the lady's talking about. At the time I was working UPS, and I work at night. My dog always inside. When we leave the house, we secure the dog.
How do you secure the dog?
We tie the dog, chain the dog.
Chain the dog where?
And the radiator.
The radiator?
Yes. You kind of like tie.
Okay, and who takes care of the dog while you're working?
Well, before I go to work, I walk the dog. And when I come back, I walk the dog.
Is anybody in the house during the day?
She would be probably, she at the time
What
was
is
working.
she to you?
She's my stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter. And what is her name?
Her name is Octavia.
Octavia Strawn? Come on up.
So if somebody walks the defendant's dog and then the dog attacks somebody, is the dog owner responsible?
Yes.
Why?
He is the owner. He's responsible. It's his duty as far as negligence.
Is that right, that even if it's not the defendant who walked the dog, the defendant's responsible?
Absolutely, absolutely. That dog owner is the one that's going to go down for that one.
You think so? You get the final word, ma'am.
I say yes.
No question.
God, that was so tentative. Going inside the courtroom.
Were you in the house the day this happened?
No, I wasn't.
Is there somebody else who lives with you guys?
My mother, my two younger sisters, and Jeff, which happened to be the guy she's talking about.
That's the guy are you sure that's the guy she's talking
I'm
about?
positive that's the guy she's talking about.
Positive. What makes you positive?
Because that's Jeff. He's an alcoholic. He stays in front of my house.
The
He lives
description
there.
makes you positive. And who's he related to that he gets to live there?
He's something like an uncle, you would say.
Okay. She's describing him as having accidentally let the dog out. What kind of dog do you have?
A Rottweiler and a German Shepherd.
You have a Rottweiler and a German Shepherd. Okay. And who does the Rottweiler and the German Shepherd belong to?
They're family dogs.
Everybody? And are both dogs still living at the house? Okay. Well, what do you think happened? You think that the fellow with the alcohol problem let the...
Oh, honestly, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
As far as her leaving...
But did you ever talk to him because he lives with you? So did you guys ask him what the heck?
No, not really.
Nobody ever thought to ask him what the heck when you're being sued and coming up on People's Court, no less. Not just regular court, but People's Court. You're on national television, and nobody ever said, hey, what happened? Nobody did that.
He's not the kind. You can't sit there and just ask him what's the matter without him sitting there telling you 20 different stories.
True.
Oh, you don't have time to ask him anything.
He was nonsensical at the time.
Nonsensical. Here's the thing. You guys have no clue. You can't contest what she's saying. There is somebody living in your house who is not a responsible person. There is, in fact, a German Shepherd looking kind of dog, because both of you call it a German Shepherd, in that house. And I don't think she's mistaken about what house, because she describes the other resident in your house to a T where you know that that's the person she's talking about. Okay? So you're going to win this case. Now I need to see all of the evidence regarding the actual damages that you are claiming, because you're claiming a lot of money in damages, and I need to see and go through them one by one.
Sure. There's a letter that was submitted into evidence from grief counseling.
Tell me about grief. Are you asking for them to pay for your grief counseling?
Yes, I am. I left the block. I actually lived on the block, and I moved off the block. My lease was up at the end of
Were you seeing
December.
the psychotherapist and psychoanalyst before?
No, I was not. I'm actually not suing. I'm only suing for 3 visits in November. I'm still ongoing therapy, and she said that I need to continue in therapy with her.
Regarding the bills that you have in front of me, let me tell you what you are entitled to and what you are not entitled to.
Okay.
You are entitled to compensation for your vet bills.
Yes.
You are entitled for the cost of the dog, including the delivery, because that's part of the cost of the dog.
Correct.
Okay? Your lost wages for 3 days, your pain and suffering, and your medical expenses, which are all related to your grief,
Yes.
right? You are not entitled to. You are not entitled to that, because even though we love our pets, okay, and they're part of our family, and it's like losing a family member, that is not something that's compensable, because dogs are considered in the eyes of the law as property. And when it's property, you're entitled to compensation for your property damage, okay? So how long ago did the dog pass away?
It was on the same day, on November 17th.
And you're still seeing a therapist?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Not so great.
Maybe you should get another dog. I hate to say that. I know you
Too
can't.
early.
One dog doesn't replace another dog, but maybe it would be a good idea.
Yeah, in the future.
Okay. But this dog meant a lot to you.
A lot. I actually tattooed her name on the back of my neck.
You have her name tattooed on the back of your
I
ear?
have mine tattooed
God
on
bless
my
you.
arm.
You have your dog's name tattooed
Yes, I
on your
do.
arm?
I pure do. Date she died and all that. Raised her from a pup.
I'm sorry, what
I'm still dealing with that.
You're still dealing with what, though?
The loss of my dog.
Wait, what? I didn't even know you lost your dog. What do you mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
Did the government?
She died of natural causes. It's a right mess.
Are we talking about the German Shepherd?
No, we're talking about his mother.
So then I guess you know what it feels like, right?
I know exactly.
Can you imagine
what it
if you
feels
saw
like.
that same dog, just here for 1 second, could you imagine if you saw her mauled and killed in your very eyes?
I wasn't there, so.
I know you weren't. $2,276.50, verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
And so the plaintiff has won this verdict here in the People's Court. Let's talk to the defendant about your feeling about the outcome of the case here. What went down in there?
I believe it wasn't a call fair. It seems like somebody just trying to hustle somebody. And
Could you imagine being in her place though, seeing your beloved dog get ripped up like that? Can you put yourself and imagine that situation?
Listen, the loss of a pet is not easy to deal with because I'm still dealing with the loss of my pet. But it's the fact that that lady sat there, she didn't leave no letters, I didn't have no police report, nothing. I'm just supposed to sit there and believe something you say I was not home. Like, come on.
All right.
But she got what she wanted at the end of the day, right? Because that's all it's about.
Okay. All right. Around the corner, there are documents for you to sign on the way out. All right, so come on in here. They're just adamant that it wasn't their dog. Is there any chance that...
No. As the judge said, they were able to describe the same person I described. He's in the house. He's known in the neighborhood as a drunk, and that's what happened. And
Tears in her eyes here in the hallway. You saw that.
Yeah.
She's feeling something.
she's feeling something, but she said, I got what I wanted. I didn't get what I wanted. I don't have my dog.
You have a tattoo?
I tattooed her name on the back of my neck, actually, because she used to curl
Where?
up right here and just kind of cuddle with me.
Wait. Here. Behind your ear there.
She used to cuddle.
Lola.
Yeah, Lola.
That was her spot.
That was her spot.
All right. Let's go to Harvey.
Okay, as screwed up as this is, and I do think it's screwed up, dogs under the law are considered property. As a result, you cannot get damages for pain and suffering for an animal, even though it is unequivocal that dogs can suffer pain and that they do. The law doesn't recognize it, and frankly, I think it's a flaw in the law.